I spent 1 week living with this Subaru Forester, and in this video I'm going to tell you what I liked about it and what I didn't. So let's do it. So we are inside the Subaru Forester, and I sound a bit like Barry White because I've had a really bad battle with COVID recently. What's it been like for the week? Interesting, in all honesty. If you're looking to buy one of these cars, you really would need to be utilising its four-wheel drive system, because this is permanent four-wheel drive, or its massive boot. It has a really big boot. We used it a lot throughout the week. We did the skip run, just done our garden up, and there was a lot of leftover stuff, but we put all of it in the back and it took it totally well. The high roof line was great. We could just keep packing stuff up, and it was great. We could just fold one of the seats forward, and that allowed us to squeeze in even more stuff. It has Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. We also have heated steering wheel, being the touring spec, this one. You get a lot more toys. So the leather seats with the Alcantara on the sides, we get Alcantara on the door cards. It's nice, it's lovely. Big sunroof that opens up. But there are a few things that I really don't like. So here we go. It is slow, and I'm not expecting this to be a drag racer, like, of course not. But 134 brake horsepower from the 2-litre e-boxer engine, which is a mild hybrid, and 134 pounds-feet. Now, on the road, you put the foot down and this thing just does not go anywhere. On the plus point, the CVT gearbox that it has is quite quiet, but that's because Subaru's done some stuff to make the interior a lot quieter. And on the motorway at about 70 miles an hour, I recorded 66 decibels, which is about the same as a JQ7 SHS. If you've not seen that video, I'll put a link up to it there. And the Kia EV3, which is not bad. However, back to the powertrain, it's slow, and being a hybrid, I would at least expect it to have returned some kind of decent MPG. However, it took forever to get to 30 miles per gallon. Throughout the week I was doing motorway journeys, I was doing town journeys, we were going to the skip and back, we took the dogs to the park, and yeah, it really struggled to hit 30 miles per gallon. The official figure for this car is about 35 combined MPG. We were nowhere near that, and we couldn't really climb towards it either. It just kind of stopped at about 30.5 miles per gallon and just stayed there. And any time I even went near the throttle, it went down to 29. So it's not very efficient. However, the boot is massive, like I say, and our dogs loved it. We have one dog, our husky, who loves just riding in the back seat. She's got a little bed that clips in and, you know, keeps her off the leather. She's, you know, in the back. And then our other dog, she was in the back quite happily. She had loads of space, she could stretch up. So that high roof line is a really good thing if you are a dog owner. You know, your dogs can kind of move around, look up, look down, all that sort of stuff. And you've got the electronic tailgate on this as well, which is handy. You can do it from the key. Under the boot floor, there's not much. You've got all the gubbins for, like, you know, your locking wheel nut and things like that, your tyre stuff and all the rest of it. That's your storage under there. In the back seats, we've got heated rear seats, this being the touring model. Gets quite a lot of good stuff. They are quite big as well, so 6-footers like myself, I can sit in the back with my driving position, and I've got plenty of space and plenty of headroom too. This just stretches all the way back, even with the sunroof in place. Another thing that I'm not too keen on is these sun visors. So there's two sun visors here, and they've got little foldy out things that basically stop your visibility with your rear view mirror, but it's to keep the sun out if it's glaring from all angles. But the rear view mirror's massive anyway, and when the sun visors are down, it's blocking out quite a lot of light. I don't know, they're there if you need them. And the touchscreen has everything you kind of need, but it's quite slow. However, if you're like me, you might jump to using Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. Just makes a bit more sense than using the Google or using the mapping system. But the mapping system is there if you need it. And another thing as well is finding some controls in the car. I've had this car for a week, and I, for the life of me, cannot remember every time I get in this car how to turn off the speed warning system. I know now how to do it, I've got into the hang of it now, but you will scroll through menus and tirelessly look for the thing that you're trying to turn off, the beep, the bong, whatever it may be. Luckily, Subaru have put a couple of quick shortcuts here on the touchscreen that allow you to turn off like the annoying lane departure sounds and all that. And there are physical buttons as well, which we love. I love a physical button, which seems to be a pastime now with many cars. Buttons down here, and there's buttons on the steering wheel. In the middle here, we've got a cubby hole, which is great, and it's really, really deep. And yeah, that's about it. It's a 40 grand car, nearly. You'll have a fiver left over. I just can't gel with the engine at all, and it's bloody bumpy. So when you go over any kind of ruts or anything like that. It just bumps about the place. Didn't kind of expect from a Forester. I thought it would kind of soak it up, but this is the e-Boxer after all, and it's got a battery and all that. One other thing that I'll touch on are these door bins. So I lost my wallet in here. They are deep door bins, which is good, right? You can put bottles of certain sizes in there and other things like keys and wallets in my case. And my wallet got wedged in the back. So the only way to do, or to retrieve said wallet, is to open the door, stick your hand right in and pull it out, because your hand just gets stuck in there, which is a bit annoying when you're sitting at a drive-through. And one other thing I probably should mention is if you are utilising the 4-wheel drive system, there are 3 drive settings as well. So if I jump in here, it's called X mode, and we have snow and dirt, we have normal, which I should be kicking about in all honesty, and deep snow and mud, and that will just kind of adapt the suspension and the 4-wheel drive to do fancy things basically and stop it from slipping. As a daily road car, no. I think the Kia Sportage definitely wins that one. Right, so we are out on the road, and as you pull away, you get the kind of agricultural kind of grumbly sound. Sometimes it will jump into EV mode. You don't have control over that. It just does it whenever it kind of sees fit. I think when the car's been running for a while, it's got a bit of charge in the battery. Oh, there's a bump, a couple of potholes. Ooh. And then a tiny speed bump. Let's see how we do. Ugh. Okay, we've got 2 drive settings, S and I. Put it into S mode, and off we go. Oh, it's complaining at me. You can still hear that CVT moo, but it's not as loud as what you would get in like a Toyota Corolla. It just is a lot more hushed, which is good because I don't really like CVT gearboxes. As always, I'll do a 20 to 60 miles an hour test as well, so that gives a kind of idea of real world performance, overtaking, that sort of stuff. 0 to 60 this car will do in about 12 seconds, which is about the same as my old Audi A2 1.4 diesel with 75 brake horsepower, but hey. So let's do a little 20 to 60 and see how we get on. I've got my race box all set up. Okay, we're in S drive or SI drive. It's beeping every time I pull away. 4 out of 20. Here we go. A lot of noise and not a lot of oomph. Okay, 9.2 seconds. Through the bends it just rolls about, and you can actually feel sometimes it understeering. Despite that 4-wheel drive system, you could just feel the front wheels are losing grip slightly if you go into a corner at any kind of speed. It's very roly-poly, this thing. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll have a lot more cars coming through, so please subscribe and like the video to help a small channel like mine grow. And if there's anything, as always, that you want to see, then please let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye for now.